Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Sir Gavin. In this video, ako ay discuss sa inyo how to solve this limits of functions involving trigo functions. So we have here the limit of sine t all over t as t approaches 0, and also the limit of 1 minus cosine t all over t as t approaches 0. Okay, so before we start, you have to remember guys, the sign of 0, you have to recall that sine of 0 is always 0 and the cosine of 0 is equal to 1 because others uba na mag-libo pa man, so you have to recall this one. If your calculator, you may verify mo i-encode lang sine 0 and also cosine 0. So if you will try to consider our usual way of solving limits, if you want to substitute ang 0 to the function, okay, for this one, from the limit of sine t all over t as t approaches 0, if you may substitute ang 0, then it becomes sine 0 all over 0, which is basically 0 over 0. So meaning indeterminate siya. And then you have to recall, I told you, na basta after substitution, the result is indeterminate, then itong buhaton is mangitatag alternative way of solving it. Okay? So, best way guys to solve this type of problems is to use tabular method. So mag-table na lang da para mas madali. Okay? Kanya mas kuan pa yun. Mas surebol. As I said, basta mag-table gani ka, solutions will be more likely safer compared to the rest of the kanaang solutions. Pero medyo taas-taas na, medyo mas hassle siya. So from here, of course, we are approaching 0. Ang t is approaching 0. So we should make the numbers approaching 0 from the left and from the right as well. Okay? So numbers could be, pwede na ito gamiton, closest to 0 from negative side could be negative 0.001. Then here is pwede ito mag-negative 0.001, and then negative 0.1 na siguro. On the other side, sa positive side, 0.001, 0.001, and 0.01. I mean 0.1 lang, para balance ang both left and right. Okay? The next to that is you have to substitute using your calculator lang siguro. Make sure your calculator is in radian mode. Okay? So again, make sure it is in radian mode. Dapat na IR ang mabaw sa inyong calculator. So when you substitute these numbers to the function, so ganito na we actually have the sign of negative t guys. Palihog nyo, you may also verify using your calculator in there. Kaya pa sinasayop ta. Mas maayo madaghan minds ang mag-solve. So we have actually here the result is first we have positively, negative 0.998 approximately. Anyway guys, approximate lang siya. I-round off na ako siya into 3 decimal places. So if you move further to 0.001, then that will be daghan na siya, unong ka 9 na din 8. So I would say 0.9 and then 8. Then this one, the last one, that's with 3 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Siyam naka 9 guys, daghan na kayo siya. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then 8. Tama ba? 3, 6, 8, ready ay ka 9. Okay. So, muna yung result. On the other side, if you use the positive values, tatawag na itong negative, edit lang sa calculator para mas madali. 2, 4, 6, 8. Pareho siya guys. So, 8 ka 9. Then 8. Okay. And then proceeding to the next value. So, unom na sa pareho rin sila guys. 3, 4, 5, 6, and probably pareho na sila dali. So notice nga the numbers are approaching a number. These numbers from the right and also from the left are approaching a certain number, and it's very noticeable that this is approaching the value 1. Okay? So tanawin mo number, kanang number 0.998, hapit na siya ma-1. Kani mas hapit pa yun. Kani mas hapit pa yun na siya. Same happens here on the left. So basically, the numbers on the left and the right are approaching the number 1. So meaning, ang ato adi ay result, when you solve for the limit of this function, is equal to 1. Okay? Onya, di naman na siya limited for sine t over t or x over x. So, limit, ang iharang pasabot na is any angle basta pareho siya sa denominator. So, meaning, if you have 5x, then dapat 5x po the result is equal to 1 all the time. Okay, so we are solving for the limit of sine any angle over the same value sa angle. It's always equivalent to 1. And also for this one, kanina sa ikaduha, we have the limit of 1 minus cosine t all over t as t approaches 0. So if we do the same, kanina po natin i-check using substitution. So, go atin substitute ang 0 to this function. Then of course, this becomes, kung may balik usuwan, the limit of 1 minus cosine t all over t as t approaches 0. So when you substitute the value 0, this becomes 1 minus cosine 0 all over 0, and then remember cosine 0 is equal to 1. Okay, you may use your calculator if you want. So 1 minus 1 is 0, of course. You have 0 over 0 again, which is indeterminate. So let's do the same, magtabular gihapon ta. And that's the best way to do it para mas maparo na to kung saan na yung resulta. So, sa tabular, again, I suggest na 3 values gihapon. And here also. So, we can, again, let's set the numbers approaching to 0. So, they should be approaching 0 from the left and from the right. So, let's have 0.001. 3 decimal places lang siguro. Madala na siguro na. Kana. And then, negative 0.001, negative 0.01, and negative 0.1. Anyway guys, if dili gani mo maklaro ang numbers here, kaya diba, kaya may aman nga pattern na itong ginanaw, if ever gani makuwangan mo, like, you are not sure kung asa siya pa doon, then you can add more numbers. So meaning, imo lang i-increase ang number of decimal places. So we are using 3 decimal places here. Pwede kang i-move 5 decimal places until masatisfy ka nga, okay, convinced ako na the number is really going there. Okay, so kanina, klaro naman sa gina, asa na siya pa doon. Kung diling gani, like ka nang makuwangan pa ka, then you have to add more numbers para makita ganyan mo ang iyang pattern. Okay? Next, substitute gyapon using your calculator again. Make sure naka-radian mode siya. 1 minus the cosine of t. So cosine negative 0.1 all over negative 0.1 is so we have the value here, negative 0.049 or 0.05, yeah, and then if we move forward, the next value, that's negative 0. Saan siya? Negative 0.005. Kana. Then let's move forward to 001. That should be negative 0.0005. Okay. Then sa PCAS mode, this time we have the positive values. So, yeah, same. This is 0.0. Again guys, ako na nag-round off Then you have 2 decimal places. 0.005. And lastly, we have 0.1. So you have 0.05. Okay. So kana. Notice, I think na may notice at siguro, pero ang uban ba sinilibo ng tanahon mo. This number, as you can see, is getting closer and closer to, kung tanahon mo, nagkaanam siya, ka-close to 0. Kaya if man diba, magkadaghan ng 0, like 0.000000000 at then 5 sa last, the number is getting closer and closer to 0. Though it's coming from the left. Now, more about, if you'll try to analyze it using a number line, if this is the number line, I mean, if this is 0 in the number line, kung 0 na sa number line, if this is negative 1, di ba kung analyze on this is negative 0.5. Negative 0.5, and then this is negative 0.1. Ang diridapita, negative 0.5 na. Negative 0.05, negative 0.005, blah, 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 blah. So, basically, kung tanawin mo, nagkaanan siya kadoon sa 0 from the left. Ang kaning usapon, it's coming from the right lang siya. Pero same sila padulungan. 0 gihapon nilang padulungan. Okay? So, kung dali ka sa right side, kung tanawin ni mga numbers, marakag from 1, 0.5, di ba? 0.5, 0.01, 0.00, blah, blah, blah. Pero kanilang 5 na yung last part, ang yung last na digit. But basically, they're just the same, they're approaching to 0. So, mura-mura yun yung pattern ba, padung siya 0. Pero 1 lang siya ang last digit, this time we have 5. Okay, so hopefully dili sa mo yung padulungan na score, no? So ang answer lang yung na. And then in this way, we can say that the limit of the function 1 minus cosine t all over t as t approaches 0 is equal to 0 at all times anyway. Okay? So I think guys, this is it for this is kanina alam for this video. Okay, so in the next video I'll be giving you more examples with functions involving trigo functions. I mean limits. Solving limits involving limits of functions involving trigo functions or trigonometric expressions. Okay? So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next videos. Goodbye.